Hello folks, the Celtic Nerd here for another nerdy video. Okay, so they moved the health down there. So yeah, okay. My current configuration of the icons is pretty decent.
So that suit of armor is moving. Company, get ready.
Gotcha. Oh, people. Where'd you come from?
Balara? Balara Luther? Strife and Ireland sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Nev Gallus.
Wait, I know that name. But protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. Our gods, Elgranon and Gillenane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison, and by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
It's a lot to take in.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Strife and Ireland said you're their best veil jumper. Hope that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it, safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I sure hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
I will say I do like her design, despite in my previous video what I said about how they seem to really try and diversify elves. Despite my critiques there, let's see, can we actually take a proper look at their designs? No, not really. Okay. But yeah, I'm going Death Collar, but we need to pick a path first. Because again, like they really went all out with this type of thing. So let's see. Deck colors tend to favor what exactly? So observes cause massive damage. Okay. That's the specialization. Necrotic damage. Defeat an enemy under the effects of a duration abilities spawns a necrotic bolt. Okay, so duration abilities. That's generally control. Actions that consume mana now consume health when mana is depleted. Gain bonus damage relative to the amount of health your target and you have lost. Yeah, so we shouldn't just look at... We should look at other things. Expand 50 mana to create powerful. So to detonate, power to detonate sundered targets. Detonates sundered, so we should keep that in mind. Alright, it says it's hold on. It says a deal applies. Oh no, applies siphoned. Okay, yeah, my bad. So again, a lot of necrotic damage. Maximum mana. Aha. So we're looking for sundered abilities. Alright. Well, first we have to actually make our way to it. Wait, what's this? We can either take this route. Alright, so we boost our range attack. Mind Blast is essentially a counter attack. Physical resistance, abilities that deal with necrotic damage or cold increase the other types of damage. So we lean towards cold and necrotic if we go along this way. External detonation on an enemy grants shocking weapons. Okay, I'm not seeing anything there that is causing sundered. So that applies weakened and all that. Again, I'm just trying to plan out my route, folks. So I am actually sorry about this. Alright, so if we take this approach, applies burning. Oh, what was this about affliction? Do you have 5% damage bonus for each unique primer and affliction? Okay. Upgrades blast abilities. Affliction is anything that deals damage over time, which I think a fair bit of our abilities are. Be like that, drawing power from yourself. Okay. So absorbs life from all nearby enemies. Yep. Spirit Bomb. Yeah, okay, so we may have to rely on our companions for that. So it might be better for us to approach it from the ground up. So like obviously we grab that, then we head to Wall of Fire, then go for that. Then that. Yeah, so we would have to go here. Imbue duration, executing a detonation on an enemy, grants shocking weapon. We move down to here for primer. Move to here to Cryptic Ground. Then we can grab this, and then we move into Ting. That's what I'm thinking. So the only question is, which do I start with first? Fade Strike, which BB, then X. And we just saw the two variations there. Or Moral Concentration. Let's go with this. And then this. And we can, apparently we can just refund. Can we? Reset the skill tree and for all points. This action cannot be undone. I think that's just mean that, like, oh yeah, you'll lose all your abilities and you would have to repurchase them. That is actually, funny enough, that's considered Morn Watch as well, and then that's called Death Collar. So this is our actual background profession. That's the Antivian Crows. That's Shadow Dragons. So yeah, we have these neutral ones: Sustain, Control, and Burst. Then we have 3 that are associated with backgrounds, and then we have specializations. Interesting. But what about looking at our characters? Close up. No inventory options yet. Anyway, let's talk about her design still. I really do like how you can tell she is some kind of outdoorsy person who goes out into the field, as opposed to like an archaeologist or, you know, a researcher. She has all these different goddamn pouches for collecting things. She has a rucksack with a bedroll on the back. A lot of triangles. And again, even then, like, look at her bag. It has more pouches. Now, Skullduggery TV has actually referred to her as the the elven
I've been
tower.
trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
A few dozen demons shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Ah, and I'm guessing it sees us as threats.
So she wields a bow, and we have her abilities here. Detonate Sundered. Alright. That's probably her ultimate. Reply, so she's a healer. Does she apply a Sundered? Detonate Sundered. You gotta love how we have... like, we have nothing there. Oh, that was just a heal. Didn't mean to do that. So we still have crafting, I'm guessing, based on the collecting of those materials. Just explore, because again, like, I'm trying. I really want to, you know, explore and take in the game. Waffles.
Is that water just swirling into the air?
We call that kind the whirlpool. The anomaly, I mean. Never seen one this size, though.
clearly they could wait forever.
That's the edge of the bubble. Can't pass through it. We need to shut down the artifact first.
Alright, up we go. Ooh, another chest.
Demons! Right where we need to go.
Then let's deal with them quick.
Would you like a rope?
Alright, we gained a leveler, so I think we get a point. Yes, we do. So, afflictions will now last a little bit. So, I do like the idea that we can respec our character at any point. So, if we don't like our current build, we can just change it.
Any ideas on what the artifact we're looking for might be?
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
I don't usually see elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Not many people come this far into Arlathan. Just veil jumpers, mostly.
And people trying to save the world, apparently.
Right, well, we just got some inventory there, so I guess now we can look into our character, except for our companions. So let's see, Veil Jumper's Deft Letters. Extra defense, extra ability damage. There is something there for mana regen, but it is currently locked. And then we have all these minerals. Materials are for improving items at workshop. They can also be traded for factions around Tatus. Sell valuables to merchants for a large sum. That's always the case, but it's always the case that you would sell the valuables. But it's never the case for large sums, if I'm being brutally honest.
Do you know what this place was?
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important.
Well, isn't this a sight?
Wait, is this? No, it can't be. Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
She's excited all of a sudden. I love how a flawless craft.
No way across. Think we can make the jump?
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in. And there we go. Easy.
Well, isn't that something?
A resonance amplifier. It's drawing magic from the ring temple to this area. I need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Ah. Yeah, red is where we should.
Eyes open.
So she's busy. So that leaves me and. Oh no, she's. Okay, so apparently she's available. They're staying just outside of my range. There we go. Okay, and we can only issue one command to our companions. Judging by the fact that they have
Can't get along. Got us from a distance. Hey, Rook. Nice shot.
That's the last of the magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
Realistically, she should not have taken part in that fight. Just saying. Like, oh, okay. Well, if I sprint to these walls, I would automatically climb up.
So you're really Nev Gallus? The detective from Minrathis?
Last time I checked.
I've read about you. You've gone after some powerful mages before, but Fen Harel? The real Fen Harel?
And now Elganon and Gillenane, apparently.
My actual gods are out there trying to end the world, and Nev Gallus is on the case. I can't believe it.
No, folks, I need to send a message to some. Alright, folks. Oh.
Damn, another sentinel construct.
Apparently, that had an arrow above it. I guess he's vulnerable to that type of stuff. I'm gonna set this up just to keep it.
We'll have to take a dip. Okay, easy enough. But watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby.
Oh! Okay, maybe I should up the difficulty a little. It is a bit too easy. Also... let's go for a higher... hold on. Fidelity prioritizes visual quality over. Yeah, okay, yeah. We want. Let's make the game look nice. We're gonna up the difficulty. So we're going to. We'll go adventurer. We'll go middle. There we go. Because again, I want to be able to explore, like, you know, their abilities and all that. Again, I find it fascinating that, you know, you can only order them, like, issue one order. I don't know if I'd screw it here. No, I feel like I did. Yeah, I did. Chest.
Someone with a bad end here.
Even mages have trouble with the artifacts here. They expect them to work like, you know, normal magic. But they're different. The magic's more alive somehow.
I feel like there's an interaction here, but we don't have the right companion. I don't know. It's just those butterflies seem like they're meant to do something.
Seeing these kinds of ruins never gets old.
Anything here that can help you piece together what exactly that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
Yep, it's better, so we'll equip it. Okay, yeah, we have a bunch of enemies ready to go. Might as well switch to this.
These constructs! It means I was right.
Right about what?
Well, let's see. Oh, it's a lot. It's electrical damage. So electrical damage is effective against these enemies.
About where we are. It's an armory. And I think I know what the artifact is.
Not too bad.
Alright, really well.
So if this is an armory, what sort of artifact are we finding? A weapon?
An archive spirit.
A what?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Our ancestors used them to store knowledge and to help them dream.
More of these purple items.
Mythalinast. Darkspawn.
And this is the third change.
Look at that.
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
I wonder why they decided to opt for this version of Darkspawn having like those weird like black.
Another one of those resonance amplifiers.
Get ready. Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back.
Like, it just seems a interesting design choice.
I'm on it.
Got it covered.
I've never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlothan Forest before. As far as I know, it's never happened.
Could the Elven Guards be commanding the Darkspawn? Solus did say they were blighted.
You saw those Darkspawn, though? Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them. Once we get out of this bubble.
Right. Let's get to that central temple.
Okay, so they acknowledged that something was wrong with them. Okay. Big ballista.
More Darkspawn, right where you broke that wall.
Again, I like the intricacies. I like the design of this, the details that went into it. You have this bit to adjust. Okay, you can't really see when I man it. You have this to rotate it left and right. Obviously, you have the firing mechanism next to it, but then this bit here, I would believe, you know, affects its tilt, like it's aiming up or down. Now, why it's placed there is a different question. Like, it's just very conveniently placed, and it actually turned. Okay, so it was clearly designed aiming for it, like in this direction. Now, it doesn't look to be elven design, I will say. So maybe it was set up here by the divinity before the fall of the elves, and it was set up as a siege weapon.
And another resonance amplifier.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
And there's the blight. Look at it. Are they waiting for us? Yep, they're waiting for us.
The last barrier's down. We're close. I can feel it.
I will say, I do like the combat in this.
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
Oh, so this is one of the Resistance's fortresses. And that will explain why the Darkspawn's here, why the Blight is here. The corrupted, the Inuvians, I can never pronounce that word. I'm just trying that word so much. But yeah, the bad guys were corrupted. They invaded this place, and obviously they spread the corruption. They probably had a horde of Darkspawn with them.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, the Nodus Derthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Why is it called that?
I don't know, actually. The notes were never very clear on that, but I plan to find out.
More constructs ahead.
The inner sanctum. We're getting closer.
Frenzied Sentinel. Excellent.
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
Let's see here. Yep. If I recall correctly, I think this stumped me for a while.
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall. We did it. All that's left is the Nodus Derthalin. I have so many questions for it.
You're going to ask it questions?
It's an archive spirit. You'll see.
Alright. I will say, one of the things I've always... one of the things I definitely like is the fact that the Blight and the Darkspawn are taking center focus. We got back to it a little bit in Dragon Age Inquisition, but it was still like like politics was still at the heart of it, I felt like. And oh, I just love how we're going
Okay,
back to this.
here it is. The Nodus Derthalin.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back?
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
What do you mean by tricky, exactly?
If I remove the artifact the way I usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlethan with it. Good news is, I think I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's breathing.
The Darkspawn don't like that.
Ogre! That's an ogre!
Actually, no, you slow down time.
Wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today. Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world. Just one of those days. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh,
What does that crystal do?
keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh, no, you don't.
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, and Asal Dirthara.
Well then,
I am the Nadas Dirthalan.
right, I have questions.
I am the Nadas Dirthalan. What do you...
So that's the Nodus Derthalin?
It was, or is, I mean. Crystal's broken though, needs fixing. It's kinda my thing, fixing magical stuff. Strife and Irulan will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veil Jumper camp.
Now, I have a small critique there in terms of our quote-unquote ultimate ability. Why the fuck did we just unlock it there? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a cool ability. I actually really do like its design of us channeling like the destructive elemental energies. It's, again, the animation's pretty cool, all that. I really do like it. My critique is there's no reason for it to be the way it is, in terms of the way we unlocked it. That's my big critique. Like, if we had it all along, then that's fine. But the way it unlocked, that type of ultimate unlocking, in my opinion, should have been the result of some kind of catalyst. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts, folks. Like, I know some people probably will disagree with me, but I feel like the introduction of that ultimate could have gone better. I'm trying to think, is there another path we could do? No, we might as well just go with it. Alright, we now have access to our companions. She has an alternate bow called Storm. So now when we tell her to attack my target, she deals an extra 50% barrier damage, which I find very interesting. I wanted to check out Nave. We can also check out her abilities. So, one of her abilities, Enfeebling Shot, applies Weakened. And then we have her ability called Replenish. Essentially allows us to heal. I'm going to keep that. We already have plenty of people that does that, so... She also has the ability to slow time. Very interesting. So we don't need two people that can do that. But yeah, I don't mind her applying Weakened. We need someone who can set up Sundered. So let's go into her skills. Okay. We can build her towards support type. Ooh. Actually, I think this is a shared ability between all of them, actually, I think. So, yeah. Does she get any abilities? Okay, no, so there's no new abilities. We can only upgrade the abilities. Okay. Well, let's... Because she can... she's one of the few people that can set up a condition. I'm gonna that's why I'm gonna divide up those two things. Have her focus on that. Now, let's check out Harding. Still pretty injured. And I actually, okay, for once, I really do like how we actually get to see the influence. Somehow we're ranked 2 with her already. Alright. But let's check out her abilities. Soothing Touch. They're all, like, yeah, they're all healing abilities. Alright. She only has the 2. Okay, never mind. Can we preview her skills? No, we cannot. Okay, so Harding is not... Oh, well, it buffs us. Enhanced abilities. So, alright, what about Neve? Can we see some of her abilities? No, we cannot. We probably can't preview any of them either. Alright, let's take a look at Weakened Stone. And I do like that detailed, where you can actually get like step-by-step in descriptions. Advanced specs, critical condition. Target has burning effects. Here we go. Damage from the target's attack is reduced by a flat amount. So yeah, she will actually make them deal less damage. So far I'm liking her as a support type. And unfortunately with our companions we don't have any gear for anyone else. Again, so far I'm still liking it. I like the action. It was a little too easy, and again, I love this whole pausing. I like this new talent wheel. I still think we should be allowed to have more than 3 equipped abilities at a time, but fair enough. It's significantly less than what we got in Dragon Age. Like, we had 8 ability slots, now we're down to just the 3, plus another. Whereas we had 8 in this, and then we had... If you use the wheel in Dragon Age Origins, you effectively had unlimited, and I believe it was also the same way in Dragon Age 2. Once you opened up your wheel, you could select all your abilities. But I will say, there is a feature that's going to be coming up, which I really want to praise when it comes up. In either case, folks, this is the end of this video. I'm the Celtic Nerd, signing out. One name, one sky.